everyone, welcome back to Homegrown Passion. I'm so excited I get to clean up my Bato Bucket area, and I got a lot of other things I'm going to show you, so please stay tuned. So even though it's cold and crappy outside, this is one of my favorite things to do in late fall is get the Bato Bucket area clean, because I know I'm getting ready for next season. So in past videos, I showed you taking out all the plants, the pepper plants, the tomatoes and the cucumbers, and then taking the Bato buckets out and picking up the drain lines and the feed lines. So those are all out of the area, so the cement is totally clear, so I can go ahead and wash it. So I brought in our power washer, which is gas powered. So with that running, I have to turn on the exhaust fan because I don't want all the exhaust fumes getting to me or to my plants. And then we also have this really cool floor scrubber that works off the power washer, and I just go back and forth and it cleans it. So I'm probably going to have to do it 2 or 3 times. And then once it's clean and dried, I am going to paint this area, which I cannot wait to do, and make sure it's nice, bright white. So next growing season, it's just going to look fabulous. This is a pretty simple process. The first thing I've been doing is getting all the concrete washed off with the power washer floor scrubber. Next thing I'm going to do is take my foamer and foam everything down with the soap and let it sit for like 2 or 3 minutes, and after it's set, I'm going to go ahead and power wash it again. It may take me a couple times to get it perfectly clean because I want to make sure the paint sticks. So this year, not only am I going to do the Bato Bucket area, I'm actually going to do my sidewalks all the way down to the wet wall and get everything painted, just make it look really nice. So once I get everything painted and ready to go, as you can see, I still haven't put my white ground cover down. So once all the other stuff is done, I'm crawling underneath those channels and get it all spread out. Going to have to lift up the middle post, the bracket that's holding up the NFT channels, but I don't think it would be too bad, and just get the whole greenhouse in white. And now it's time for spinach. Hopefully you guys seen some of my other videos where I started my spinach seeds in the paper towels and then took them off the paper towels with tweezers and plopped them into the Oasis cubes. Well, now's my favorite time. I get to plant them in the NFT channels. These guys have been under the nursery lights for about a week and a half, and look at all those beautiful roots underneath there. Isn't that amazing? I did put more than one seed in each of the Oasis cubes because these plants can handle a little crowding. It's not too bad for them. And it's easier to harvest when you have a bunch all in one place. So when I put them in, I got to make sure I get all the roots down there in the bottom. Don't want to kill any of those precious little guys. So in about 3 weeks, I should have some baby spinach. Welcome to my little garden area here in the greenhouse. It's where I plant all my lettuces for our family consumption, and it's nothing better to plant it when it's a rainy, crappy day outside. Really makes you happy. You know what the other best part is? When you come back here in the middle of December and it's cold and gloomy, and you can come back and pick some nice fresh lettuce or bok choy, and I also have some kohlrabi going. So what I'm planting today is I have some arugula, because I love arugula pizzas, and I have some 5-star, which is a spring mix. I have romaine and murex. Those ones seem to grow pretty good in the wintertime. I do have a couple rows of basil started. I have regular Genovese basil and some Thai basil, but they're not quite big enough to go in the channel, so they're going to go back underneath the nursery lights. So let me get these guys all planted, and then in about 5 weeks, I should have some lettuce. I'm really excited to show you guys this. It is my rapid rooters. I did a video a couple days back and showing about seeding my tomatoes with my tweezers and using rapid rooters because the seeds are over $1 a seed and you just want to make sure they germinate. Well, I got 100% germination. Some are just a little bit coming up out of the cubes, but most of them have a couple leaves on them. I am so happy that they did so well. Like I said, I germinated them in the head house where it was like 75 degrees. And now that they're up and going, I brought them out in the greenhouse and they're going to go underneath the nursery lights. So these tomato plants are going to be in production. I should get my first fruit about in April, and I'm going to have them all the way through August. So I really have to take care of these plants, and that's why I use the rapid rooters. Another interesting fact about my Ribulski plants here is they germinated in less than 7 days, because right now they are 8 days old from when I planted them. Well, I hope you guys liked today's video. It's always exciting to get everything ready for the growing season, and we've been so busy. It's been actually really fun to be inside of the greenhouse, like I said before. And like always, please leave me questions, comments, and suggestions down below, and we'll see you guys next video.